So I thought that this would be a fun intro, okay? To do a over the head shot. So I'm doing it. But basically, today I'm doing a get to know me tag because I thought it's time for the internet to get to know me. So let me get into a more comfortable position and let's start this video. Hi everyone, hello to my existing subscribers and viewers and hello to the new ones. So I've been doing YouTube now for 8 months and I realized that I never did a get to know me tag. So let's do it today. I've gathered a bunch of questions from the internet, so this is not anything that someone specifically asked me. It's just a bunch of stuff that I thought would be a good basis for you to get to know me better. So let's dive in. First question, what is your full name? So my full name is Ilva Ignatovica. I guess in American English you could say Ilva, but I have no idea how you would say my surname in American English because it just, I don't know, Ignatovica, Ignatovic. That was dumb. Ignore that. When I was preparing these questions, I actually wanted to look up my name and see like where it's originated from. So it turns out my name is actually Swedish and it also has Etruscan origin, which is basically ancient Italy, and it means iron. So that's really cool. My name means iron. Where are you from? So I am from Latvia, that is in Europe for those who do not know, and I'm from the capital city of Latvia, Riga. What year were you born? I was born in 1997, January 20th, so I know that this video will be up on... But I filmed it way before, so my birthday is in a couple of days, and yes, I'm turning 24 years old. What is your star sign? I am a Aquarius Capricorn cusp, for those who don't know what that means. Basically, I was born on a day where you change from a Capricorn to Aquarius, and because some sources say I'm an Aquarius, some sources say I'm a Capricorn, I just find it easier to say that I'm Capricorn Aquarius cusp. So that's my sun sign, but my moon is Gemini and my rising is Cancer. Are you in or have you gone to college? Yes, I studied in the university. So I have my bachelor's degree. I studied TV production. It was really, really fun. I loved that time. I know that I've said many times in my videos how I see little to no point to like university diploma, but I always kind of want to add that I find a lot of value in university itself, like in the knowledge, in the connections. I just know that in modern day and like modern life, the key to success is no longer like that traditional diploma, but other things. But I absolutely loved university. I loved that time. I grew so much and I learned so much. I'm glad that I studied something that I actually truly loved. Who did you look up to growing up? You know, I was the classical little girl who just was obsessed with pop culture. I mean, I can't give you any type of inspirational answer because the truth is I looked up to Britney Spears. My passion and the women that I looked up to were usually like singers and pop stars, and I admired the way that they performed. I admired their music. I was just a big fangirl. So I guess those are the women I looked up to, pop stars. What are your favorite things about yourself? My favorite things about myself are probably my determination. I love that I'm very dedicated and I love that I'm a perfectionist. Sometimes I hate it, but I know that because I'm a perfectionist, it often helps me create things exactly like I want them. So those are definitely my favorite things about myself. What are your least favorite things about yourself? I'm an overthinker. I overthink absolutely everything, and that often leads to anxiety and stress, and that's why I also meditate to help me deal with that stuff. But that's definitely the top thing that I don't like about myself is that I spend way too much in my head and I put too much pressure on myself. What is your spirit animal and why? My spirit animal is elephant. I've said this in, I think, my boyfriend tag video, but I think elephants are kind of like the keepers of jungle. They are so majestic, they're strong, but they're not strong in a way where they're aggressive, if you know what I mean. And that's what I love about elephants. They are strong with their wisdom, with their actual physical strength, but they're so lovable. I don't know, they're so kind, so protective of their family, their baby elephants. And I find them just beautiful, truly, truly, truly beautiful animals. And that's why elephant is my spirit animal. Tea or coffee? This is a hard one because I used to love coffee. I used to drink it a lot from like age 16 to 19. I mean, all the time. But then I developed some stomach issues. I could no longer handle coffee. And even though I've healed from those stomach issues, I somehow still can't tolerate coffee anymore. I can like sometimes have a cup here and there, but even then it's just like too much for me. But I still love the taste. I still love the smell. My boyfriend Gus, he's a big coffee drinker, and every time he makes a cup of coffee, I always kind of feel that smell and it just makes me feel so good. So if I could actually tolerate coffee, I would pick coffee, but I can't. So I pick tea because I also love tea. But the thing about tea with me is that I do not like the boring classical teas. I mean, I like spicy teas and like Indian teas and just like all about them. So what are your life goals? I have many. I have a long list where I've kind of written the things that I want to do or achieve in life. I won't share all of them because first of all, that would just be a different video. And second of all, I don't think you necessarily need to share your every single goal. I think there are some things you want to keep to yourself. If I had to answer quickly, I'd say just my goal in life is to do what I love and create my every day, my every week, my every month, my every year, the way that I want to. I want to live my life to the fullest and basically design it. I don't want to be dependent on a specific place or my country or my government or someone else or a man. That's another thing about me. I want to be financially free, dependent on myself, and live the life that I want to live. How tall are you? I am 1 meter 74.5 centimeters, or in feet, I'm 5'9". I feel like it's getting a bit darker. Should I open this? Should I? Now it's like, wait. When I go like this, like my face is in the sun, it's just too much. But then here it's too dark, so I don't know where to stand. I hope this is fine. I hope this is good. Anyways, let's continue. Who are your favorite YouTubers? Obviously, this changes all the time, but I can say that I love YouTube. I have been watching and sitting on YouTube since I was little. I just fell in love with the whole concept of creating your own content and not needing like a specific TV or a channel or to be picked up by Netflix. You can just create your own profile and upload videos. But that's off the topic. This is another thing about me. I go off the topic easily because I'm a blah, 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 blah. I'm a chatty person. But my favorite YouTubers. Currently, the first one that comes to mind is Matt Diavella. Very, very talented filmmaker. The way he creates his videos is just, inspirational to say the least. He talks a lot about like growth and positive habits and how to make your life more fulfilling. Love him. Definitely check him out because he's one of the top, the top tier of YouTube. His content is very, very like high quality. Then I have been really, really obsessed with Kelly Stamps. She is relatively a new YouTuber. I think she's been on YouTube maybe 1 year, maybe 2 years, but she's blown up. If you sit on YouTube a lot, you probably know about her already, but she has this thing in her. She just has this thing where you look at her and you're like, I get it why you're big. She makes awesome, funny content about how to just be you know, more financially free, how to start your YouTube channel. She talks about different stuff, but she does it in a very humorous way, and I love her. And then finally, the third channel I've been watching the most is Mixed Makeup. I love Susan Yara. She has inspired me in a lot of ways how to make my skin better and how to take care of my skin. And I watch all of those videos. I learn about skincare, I learn about different procedures, and I'm just really obsessed. So it's interesting how I kind of gave you 3 completely different channels. But that also, I think, represents me. I do not consider myself to be just this one thing or have this one interest. What I watch kind of represents that. I love like beautiful, structured, serious content, but I love to laugh, and I also want to learn about like fashion and style, and then health, and then beauty, and then animals and jungle. I'm just like that. But yeah, these 3 channels are my favorite ones for now. How long was your longest relationship? My longest relationship was 9.5 years, and that's the one I'm currently in. That's the only relationship I've been in, and 9.5 years. Yeah. How would you describe your fashion sense? You know, I'm still developing my style, I will say. Like, I am finally at a place where I know how I want my wardrobe to look like, but obviously I can't afford to throw everything out and then buy everything new. So I'm slowly incorporating new items that I kind of find that they're me. But if I had to describe it, I'd say simple, minimalistic, classy, sometimes bold, but not too much. I like a lot of neutrals. I like a lot of structure. I like good quality kind of materials. But yeah, simple, minimalistic, classy. I think those are good words. How many siblings do you have? So I have 1 sister, 2 half-sisters, and 1 half-brother. Describe your first crush. That is simple. My first crush was Leonardo DiCaprio. I remember this clearly, or should I actually say it was just Jack from Titanic. It wasn't Leonardo. I watched the movie when I was about 4. Yeah, that's very early, but if I was born in 1997, it came out in 1997, so I watched it on TV in maybe like 2001, and I fell in love like every single young girl. He was my absolute crush, and I was crushed when he died. It was just, I was so crushed. It was hard. It was hard for a little girl. But my real life actual crush was in kindergarten. I was maybe 5. It was this boy. I can't believe I remember this, but he had like this blonde hair, and he was like the most popular boy in the kindergarten. It's just so funny now that I remember it, because when I was little, I looked at him as like an actual adult, like not like adult, but when you're little, you don't look at other people as little. You see them as like your age. And I remember thinking he was like the most popular kid, and I had a big crush on him. And why do I even remember that there were couples in the kindergarten? That's weird. But yeah, I remember, and I had a crush on him, and another girl that was also popular, she was with him, and I was just jealous. That's the story. What was your dream job as a kid? My dream job was to kick ass, to be a spy. I remember that. I wanted to be a spy. I wanted to be Buffy, you know, the vampire slayer. I wanted to kick ass. My dream job was to be like a special agent or a witch. That as well. But that also means kicking ass. So that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to kick ass. Do you know your personality type? Yes, I do. I am a INFJT, a diplomat. What is the biggest struggle you overcame? I guess the biggest struggle would be overcoming my unhealthy relationship with food. Absolutely, definitely. It's interesting to remember a time where food controlled my life. It's interesting because now I never even think about food that way. And it's interesting to remember that there was a time where it controlled my life. If you, by the way, want to hear more about that story, I have a video about it, and I will link it down below. And last question, what is the one thing you wished people knew about you? I don't have anything specific that I wish that people would know, but I do want to share that I am very, very passionate about what I love. I'm passionate about creating. I'm passionate about life. If I find anything that I find interesting, I dive in with all my heart. This can be researching about a specific skincare ingredient. This can be researching about a movie and the way that it was made, anything, or about a book, or about a design element. If I find something that I love, that I like, I go all in. I'm just a highly, highly passionate person, and I absolutely love that I am that way, because it makes life way more interesting and way more fun. Thanks so much for watching. Comment down below if there's anything else you would like to know about me. I can always do a part 2 or do a separate video on a specific subject. Also, like this video and subscribe if you want to see content like this more. You can also follow me on Instagram and TikTok. I will leave the links down below. Thanks again for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.